and today I am going to be doing my March book haul. Despite placing myself on a book buying ban, I've managed to acquire a few books, so let's get to it. The first book I bought in the month of March is Afterword by Jennifer Matthew. In this book, 16-year-old Caroline Anderson's 11-year-old brother, Dylan, goes missing, and when police find him 4 days later, they also find 15-year-old Ethan Jorgensen, who disappeared 4 years previously. Because the kidnapper took his own life rather than going to prison, there was no trial, and because Dylan suffers from nonverbal autism, Caroline and her family really don't know what happened to him during the 4 days that he was missing, so Caroline turns to the only person who actually has answers, Ethan. All I'm gonna tell you, because I don't really want to spoil anything for you. I actually read this book, which is very rare for me. I usually don't read books the second I buy them, but I actually already read this, and I liked it. It was a good book. The next book I bought in the month of, the next books I bought in the month of March are the Hunger Games trilogy, which I know they've been out forever, but this is actually the first time that I have read them. I picked up the Hunger Games a few times over the last few years. I never got into it. I don't know why, but I was never able to actually get into the Hunger Games. I'm sure everybody knows what the Hunger Games are about, so I'm not going to explain that. But I could never, I don't know, I could never get into them. I think it was the political aspect. These are very political books, and the first time I picked them up, I was in 11th grade, and the political part just kind of bothered me. This time around, I actually really appreciated the politics. I don't know why that changed, but this time around I actually really enjoyed the political aspect to this. I also read these already. Again, very rare. I usually don't buy books and then immediately read them, but this month I was pretty good about that. I read these and I actually really enjoyed them. Kinda mad I didn't read them sooner. I kind of committed the reader's sin here. I actually watched the movies in April, and I enjoyed the movies, so I picked up the books, and I loved the books this time around. I think watching the movies in this case, which I never purposely do, if I see a movie before the book, it's usually because I didn't realize it was a book, but this time around I kind of knew I was never going to read these if I didn't see the movies first, so I'm sorry. I'm a terrible person. Moving on. Another book I bought and read in the month of March. I don't know what's going on this month. Lies We Tell Ourselves by Robin Talley. This book is about 1956 school integration. Sarah Dunbar, our black female lead, is one of 10 students integrating Jefferson High, where our white female lead, Linda Hairston, attends school. Linda is the daughter of one of the most outspoken people against school integration. They are forced together on a school project, so they have to work on a school project together, and during that time they are forced to confront their ideas about race and the truth about race. And of course, just to complicate things a little bit more, they end up having feelings for each other. I loved it. The writing was it wasn't bad writing, it just I felt like it skipped around a lot. Like, there were a lot of times where I was reading it where I thought I actually had skipped a page or two, because it just jumped so much. I actually, while I was reading it at one point, realized that every time I turned the page, I checked the page number, because I kept feeling like I had skipped something. But despite that, I really enjoyed this book. This is turning into like a wrap-up video. The next book I bought was The Silence of Six by E.C. Myers. I'm just gonna read the back cover for you, because I'm not really sure how to explain it. I didn't read this one yet. So the back cover says, "What is the silence of six, and what are you going to do about it?" These are the last words uttered by 17-year-old Max Stein's best friend, Evan, just moments before he kills himself after hacking into the live-streaming presidential debate at their high school. Haunted by the unforgettable image of Evan's death, Max's entire world is upended as he suddenly finds himself the target of a corporate government witch hunt. Fearing for his life and fighting for his own innocence, Max goes on the run with no one to trust and too many unanswered questions. Max must dust off his own hacking skills and maneuver through the dangerous labyrinth of underground hacktivist networks, ever-shifting alliances, and virtual identities, all the while hoping to find the truth behind the silence of six before it's too late. So this, I've wanted to read this for years now. Is that an exaggeration? When was this published? I feel like I've been wanting to read... Okay, yeah, 2014 it was published. I've been wanting to read this book for a while now. But whenever I was at Barnes & Noble, they didn't seem to have any copies, so I never... got a copy. And then randomly, the last time I was at Barnes & Noble, I happened to see it there sitting on a table. So of course I grabbed it, I had to. So yeah, I'm really excited to read this book. It sounds interesting. I am excited to find out what the hell is going on. There seems like there's a lot of different elements. Okay, so then I got from my cousin. My cousin was cleaning out her bookshelves, I guess, and thought I might be interested in Dracula and Frankenstein. Probably don't have to explain what these are, but can we just appreciate for 1 second how beautiful this... Why do I have such a hard time showing you guys stuff? It's because I'm looking at the viewfinder, not the lens. Can we just appreciate, though, how beautiful this copy of Dracula is? Can we just, like... It's gorgeous. It's stunning. I've actually never read either of these, which is shameful. I've gotten like halfway through Frankenstein, and I just couldn't do it. It was so boring. I'll try it again. Oh gosh, the writing in this is so little. Yeah, this is kind of a weird one to hold up. I also got this from my cousin. It's Cannibal Serial Killers by Christopher Berry D. Profiles of Depraved Flesh-Eating Murderers. I don't know why she had it, and I don't know why she thought I'd like it. It does seem kind of interesting, but knowing myself, I will probably never read it because it will freak me out and I won't be able to sleep at night. Yeah, it's just, the back says, "Inside the world of flesh-eating killers, delving deep into the twisted actions of Hannibal Lecter-type murderers, Cannibal Serial Killers profiles the depraved individuals who prolong their horrific crimes beyond the thrill of the chase to a perverse, ritualized finale. More than just stomach-turning stories, this terrifying book provides precise accounts and fascinating insights into the crimes of 14 cannibalistic killers from all over the world, including Albert Fish, Jeffrey Dahmer, Andre Chikatilo, probably did not say that right, Fritz Harman? Sure, Stanley Baker, and Joachim Kroll. I probably butchered like half of those names. That wasn't a pun. Oh. Anyway, probably never gonna read this. Like I said, it'll give me nightmares. I'm I kind of want to read it because it seems really interesting in like a sick, perverse sort of way. But I also really like to sleep at night, and I can't afford to sleep with the lights on, so might not happen. And the last and final book I got this month is Me Before You by Jojo Moyes. Also, probably don't need to explain this one. I'll leave Goodread links down below if you don't know what this or any of those other ones are about. I'll leave the links down below and you can check them out. But this one has also been out for a while, and it was made into a movie. Haven't read the book or seen the movie, which I'm sure is just pissing so many people off right now. But I'm not a big romance person. I usually don't really like romance at all. The only reason I finally picked this up is because it was at my library for 50 cents, and I mean, for 50 cents, I'll give it a try for 50 cents. And that's it. Those are all the books I bought in the month of March. I wasn't supposed to buy any books in the month of March, but I mean, oh well. So let me know down below if you've read any of these books that I've mentioned and what you thought of them. And I will see you next time. Bye!